What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. I was hoping to bring you guys Aquaman bust today, but it did get delayed, even though it hit my city yesterday, so weird. But let's check out the new Queen Studios Darkseid life-size bust. Although I'm not sure if I'd call this truly life-size, but this is priced at $3,500, massive deposit at $1,015. I am not a fan of these big deposits. It should be 10% of the item, where Queen does like nearly 30%. This is made of resin and PU, so no silicone. It's 94 cm high, 79 width, 60 deep, delivery in 1 year, ES99. And it's available in only these countries. So if you're in the US, you will not be able to order it from Queen Studios' website. You will have to go through some sort of retailer or a third party that can just import it for you. So here's a brief description, not going to read that. Let's check him out though. There he is. Light up eyes. Now those light up eyes are different from the Prime 1's light up eyes. Those ones are more red, where this is more orange. I'm not 100% sure which one is more accurate. You know, the detail looks fantastic, of course. It looks very good. Now it's basically a blown up Prime 1 1/3 into a life size. They did, now this is light up. It's the fire effect, and then it has the JL logo. You know, pretty cool base. He is propped up quite a bit. Kind of a similar design to their Queen Thanos, but it is taller. Queen Thanos is super underscaled and small. Yeah, the fire effect just kind of goes throughout, which I really like. And here is where you get the money shot of that fire effect, just having Darkseid on throne, similar to the Weta Darkseid, you know, as a proximity back piece with the flame effect. Now, keep in mind, the flame effect is when you light it on, which, you know, 99.9% of the time it will not be lit on. Here is what I believe was that a sword or an axe hit in his first battle? But it looks like it's still fresh, like it hasn't even healed. Fire effect looks really good, like when lit up. You know, and there's this guy. Now, he's kind of overshadowed by the bust itself, so like it's in the dark, so it's hard to see him, honestly. But he looks good, you know, like a little tiny one. Yeah, so this is how it's going to look without the light up. That is the look you want to look at. 99% of the photos, they show it with this because it looks better. But this is what it's really going to look like. Same with the portrait. That is what you're going to be looking at, not that. Now, I think it's a little deceiving when they show, they should only have one photo with the light up on and everything else light up off, because that's how you're going to be viewing it as a collector. Now, here is a size, you know, reference next to a small, you know, Chinese man. It's a little deceiving because that guy is probably like 5'6". So it makes the bust look huge. You know, put me next to it and the bust isn't going to look that big. You know, so this is a typical Queen bust where it lacks lower torso and arms, you know, meaning this is smaller than my Infinity, Batman, Superman, Aquaman, you know, like he's shorter, not as wide, you know, as those guys. And that's a problem for me, because if I wanted to get this Darkseid and pair him in my DC lineup, he's going to be shorter and smaller than all my Infinity busts outside the girls. And I simply, you know, that would bug the crap out of me. Heck, even Wonder Woman Queen bugged me with the lack of torso and how short she was in comparison. So Darkseid, being the 1/3, is 41 inches tall. And granted, this still is a big bust. It's not big enough. It needs more torso and ideally arms behind the back. Make it much bigger, and then I would buy it. And sure, charge me an extra $1,500. I would pay that to get a proper bust that could line up with my Infinity busts. That's the problem, though. You can't really pair Queen and Infinity together because they really just don't go together. You know, this will not look good paired with Infinity Bust. This will look good, however, with Queen, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. If you have that trinity, I would get this. 100%. This will look amazing. So he'll be a lot bigger than those three, and it'll look really good. You know, pair him next to Queen, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Boom. That'd be sick. However, I've gone down the Infinity road, and this will not pair. And I will show you a quick Photoshop of, you know, just why it doesn't look good. All right, so here's a rough idea. So the bust is going to be, several inches shorter than the 1/3 and Steppenwolf. Where every other bust in my collection outside of Wonder Woman, the 1/3 is shorter than the bust. Now this Aquaman is 45 inches tall to the top of that, and I believe head size is slightly taller than him. However, just those lack of arms when every other bust has arms, I just don't think that looks that good. I think if I had just those two, I could live with it, or even those three. But paired with Aquaman and Batman just would not look good. And this isn't a scenario where I did the girls display. In another scenario where I keep the Mera there, I've also done that Photoshop. That is how it would look. That looks a little bit better considering Mera bust is quite a bit smaller at 31 inches. However, he's only like 37, which is still big, but I don't know. The fact that Aquaman bust is substantially bigger really does bug me, and I don't think it'd pair that good. I think the best scenario would be with the Queen bust, or that, not with this Darkseid, because I prefer my bust bigger than my 1/3, but with the Queen Darkseid, and then Queen Thanos bust and Queen Thanos 1/4. And like have the two 1/4s in the middle, having the bust on each end. I think that would look really good. However, the problem with that is the Queen Thanos, the bust and the 1/4 are both underscaled. The Darkseid is similar size to like him, but I believe in general, Darkseid is bigger than Thanos. So, yeah, I wish this was bigger with arms, though. I know it would be, probably $5,000 at that point, but that is what I would want versus this. It's still a good bust. It'll probably sell out, but I'm not getting it because it just won't look good in my collection. If I did Queen, I would definitely buy it. But with me doing Infinity, I can't do a non-armed bust in my DC setup. It will not look good. And it is just shorter than Aquaman, Batman, and Superman. And I can't deal with that. So that is my 2 cents on the Darkseid bust. Now, I would highly suggest if you are going to be ordering this, do not order from Queen Studios direct. Order through a retailer. Ordering direct is horrible, and I've had an absolute nightmare of an experience with Loki and Doctor Strange. I do not have a valid tracking number. It has been well over 2+ months since I've paid them $9,000, and I have no idea when or if I will get those two busts. So I highly suggest don't order from Queen direct. Go through another party. That is it, though, folks. Let me know what you think of Darkseid, and then tomorrow we will see that guy, and the following day, the Raptor bust. See you then. Have a great day.